Look at this integral. Integral 2x plus 3 to the power of 5 dx. Okay, now this integral you already know how to integrate, right? If I can just mention, how will you integrate this integral? You will use x to the power of n plus 1 formula, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And then not only that, but divided by a derivative of 2x plus 3, which is 2, right? This you already know, isn't it? Just confirm to me you know this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, but how actually are we getting this? How actually we are getting this? This we are actually getting, why should we divide by a half? In fact, why should we divide by 2? And why should we write this as 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1? How are we actually getting this? Now we shall see how we actually getting this. This we actually get with the help of method of substitution. See, what we do here is, we say there's this expression within the brackets, you assume it to be t. So let t is equal to 2x plus 3. Okay, that means t is a function of x. That means t can be differentiated with respect to x. That means dt dx must be equal to 2, right? That means now I can write dt is equal to 2 dx, right? Now what is dx here? This is dx, right? So find the value of dx here. Dx here is half of dt, right? So therefore now from the variable here is x. Now I want to change the variable from x to t. So what do I do? What have I assumed? I have assumed 2x plus 3 is equal to t. So I write this as t to the power of 5. And what is dx here? Dx here is half dt. So into half dt. Is this step clear? I have changed everything in terms of t.
Yes, sir.
And now take half
Half
out of
dt.
the integral to get t to the power of 5 dt. Now you can integrate by x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 formula. So you get t to the power of 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 plus c. So you get here half into t to the power of 6 by 6 plus c. What we in fact get here is 1 by t to the power of 6 by 12 plus c. Now put back the value of t. What was the value of t we had taken? We had taken the value of t as 2x plus 3. Put it back. So 2x plus 3
To the power
to the
6.
power of 6 by 12 plus c. And that's your answer. Now you see we are getting the same integral or not? How are we integrating?
Yes, sir.
Earlier, we are integrating this as 2x plus 3 to the power of 5 plus 1 by 5 plus 1 divided by a derivative of 2x plus 3, right? See, we are getting the same thing here.
Yes.
So that is how, actually, this is what goes on. Okay. Let's see the next one. If we see the next one, what should be the answer to the next one? If we can just, solve by looking. Can you tell me what should be the answer to this one? Dx by 5x plus 4. Can you tell me? Dx by x formula we use here. So this should be actually be log of 5x plus 4 divided by a derivative of 5x plus 4, right? This should be your answer. Let's see how we come to this. So I say the linear function that is there, 5x linear polynomial that is there, let's assume it to be t. So I say let t is equal to 5x plus 4. That means you get dt is equal to 5 dx. Let's say dt dx. Now, see, for the time being, I'm writing dt dx is equal to 5. and then I am writing dt is equal to 5 dx, right? From after a few sums, directly from here, I'm going to write this. Okay, so be comfortable with this step. Therefore, I is equal to integral uh, dx here. See, what is dx here? What is the value of dx here? Dx here is 1/5 dt. Put the values. 1 divided by 5x plus 4 means 1 divided by t, and dx is 1/5 dt. So that means 1/5 integral dt by t, which is equal to 1/5 log t plus c. Now put back the value. So you have 1/5 log 5x plus 4, and that's what we were getting in the beginning. Log 5x plus 4 divided by 5. Moving on to the next one. Integral 3 to the power of 4x plus 1 dx. Okay. What should be the answer? Integral a to the power of x to the power of x. The power here is a linear function. So first we integrate normally a to the power of x by log a divided by the derivative of 4x plus 1, which is, this should be your answer, right? Now let's see from the method of substitution how are we actually getting this. The linear polynomial that you see in the power, let's assume that to be t. Let t is equal to 4x plus 1. So you get dt dx is equal to 4. That means you get dt is equal to 4 dx. So therefore, I becomes integral 3 to the power of t, and what is dx here? 1/4 dt. So this is 1/4 dt, which is equal to 1/4 integral 3 to the power of t dt, which is equal to 1/4 integral 3 to the power of t is 3 to the power of t divided by log t, log a plus c. Now you put the value of t. T is 4x plus 1, and by 4 log 3 plus c, and that's what we were getting that time. Okay. Next one. Part 4. I is equal to integral sec 2x plus 3 tan 2x plus 3 dx. I start by saying let the linear function be, linear polynomial be t. Let t is equal to 2x plus 3. That means dt dx is equal to 2. That means dt must be equal to 2 dx. That means dx must be equal to half of dt. Right? So put this value in the integral, change everything in terms of t. I is equal to integral sec 2x plus 3 means sec t. Tan 2x plus 3 means tan t. And dx instead of dx, what is the value of dx here? Half dt. That's it. Now you take the half out of the integral. You only have to integrate sec t tan t dt. And what is the integral sec t tan t? It is sec t plus c. Put back the value of t. That's it. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Part 1. The integral here is 2x minus 5 divided by square root of x square minus 5x plus 3 dx. Now this is a very important integral. In fact, this type of integral is very important. Normally this type of integral comes as your 3-mark question. Well, what is so special about this integral? The special about this integral is that if you see the integral within the radical in the denominator here, how much this is? X square minus 5x plus 3. If you differentiate this x square minus 5x plus 3, you will get the numerator. Check whether you are getting this or not. Check. After differentiating x
Yes,
square
sir,
minus
we get
5x
2x
plus 3,
minus 5 only.
you will get for 2x
2x
minus
minus 5.
5. So therefore, in this integral, what you do is we assume t is equal to x square minus 5x plus 3. Okay. So now, since t is a function of x, you have dt dx is equal to 2x minus 5. That means dt is equal to 2x minus 5 dx. Now see what is happening here. See, dt is equal to 2x minus 5 dx. See this 2x minus 5 here. This entire part, 2x minus 5 dx, this entire part becomes your dt. So therefore, I becomes integral dt divided by root t simply. Okay. Now this is easy to integrate, which is equal to integral t to the power of minus half dt, which is equal to t to the power of minus half plus 1 by minus half plus 1 plus c, which is equal to t to the power of half divided by half plus c, which is equal to 2t to the power of half plus c, which is 2 root t plus c. Now put back the value of t. What is t we had assumed? X square minus 5x plus 3. And that's your answer. It's a very important integral. Is it clear? We'll move on to the next one. Part 2. Integral 3x plus 2 into 3x square plus 4x plus 5 dx. How to evaluate this integral? Now see, very interestingly, if you differentiate this 3x square plus 4x plus 5, how much do you get? Try this in rough. If you differentiate this, how much will you get? 3 into 2x plus 4, isn't it? This is what you're going to get. Means you're going to get 6x plus 4. From which 6x plus 4, now if you take 2 common, how much are you going to get? 3x plus 2. See, 3x plus 2 we are getting here. And what is here? Do we have 3x plus 2 here? Yes, we have. Right? So if you differentiate this, you're actually getting 2 into this. Right? So that means that points towards the fact that we should assume t is equal to 3x square plus 4x plus 5. So I say let t is equal to 3x square plus 4x plus 5. That means dt dx is equal to 3 into 2x plus 4, which is equal to 6x plus 4, which is equal to twice 3x plus 2. That means what is dt? Dt is equal to twice 3x plus 2 into dx, right? That means how much is this part? 3x plus 2 into dx. How much is this part? 3x plus 2 into dx. See here, 3x plus 2 into dx is equal to half dt, right? So therefore, I will become what? I will become integral. Now, because I have assumed this to be t into half dt.
t into half of t dt.
I can take half out to get half integral t dt, which you will now get as half into t square by
T
2,
square
which
t
is equal to t square
square
by
by 4.
4 plus c. Now you put the value, back the value of t, 3x square
3x square
plus
plus
4x
4x.
plus 5 divided by 4 plus c. And that's your answer.
So,
Okay.
sir, whole square.
Oh yes, the square is there. Square of this plus c. Okay, next one. Next integral is I is equal to square root x root x plus 5. Now we have done this kind of integral, I think, similar integral. Okay, now whenever you have to do this kind of an integral, what you do is you see the expression under the radical is x plus 5, and the expression without the radical is simply x. So you try to write the expression without the radical in terms of the expression with the radical. So you have a simply x here. So what you do is you add x with 5 and you subtract 5. And you have root x plus 5, you write as it is, dx, right? So now you will have root integration of, now you can multiply everything, you'll get x plus 5 root x plus 5 dx minus integral 5 root x plus 5 dx, which is equal to integral x plus 5 into x plus 5 to the power of half dx minus 5. You can take 5 out of the integration. And write x plus 5 root x plus 5 as x plus 5 to the power of half dx. Okay. So now you can write this as x plus 5 to the power of 3 by 2 dx minus 5 integral x plus 5 to the power of half dx. Okay. Now let's you can do this directly also, but because we are doing substitution, let's not do it directly. Let's see how we are getting this. Let's write this as I1 minus I2, where I1 is equal to integral x plus 5 to the power of 3 by 2 dx, and I2 is equal to 5 integral x plus 5 to the power of half. In the first integral, let us put u is equal to x plus 5. That means du dx must be equal to 1. That means du must be equal to dx. Therefore, what is I1? Change everything in terms of u. X plus 5 we have taken as u. So this becomes u to the power of 3 by 2. And dx is equal to du. So this becomes u to the power of 3 by 2 du, which is equal to u to the power of 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1 plus c. which is equal to 2/5 u to the power of 5 by 2 plus c. Now put back the value of u. The value of u was x plus 5 to the power of 5 by 2 plus c. See here, we are doing this integration directly earlier, but now we are breaking up and doing it as u. In fact, this is the way you actually get this integral. Okay, this is the actual way of doing. So once we have got I1, now we'll evaluate I2. Let V is equal to x plus 5. That means dv dx is equal to 1. That means dv is equal to dx. Therefore, I2 becomes 5 integral v to the power of half dv, which is equal to 5 v to the power of half plus 1 by half plus 1 plus c. That means this becomes 2/3 into 5 v to the power of 3 by 2 plus c. That means this becomes 10 by 3. Put back the value of v, x plus 5 to the power of 3 by 2 plus c. Now we have got I1 and we have got I2 separately. Now we can put, hence I is equal to I1 minus I2. The value of I1 is 2/5 x plus 5 to the power of 3 by 2 plus 10 by 3. Value of I2 here is minus 10 by 3 x plus 5 to the power of 3 by 2. And because let's call these arbitrary constants as C1 and C2, you actually get C1 minus C2, which they merge to give you another constant K. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So moving on to the next sum. Now the next sum I think I have done earlier, but the next sum here is with a difference. This sum I had solved yesterday, but this sum here is with a difference. Here you have to calculate the boundary conditions are given. You know, these are called the boundary conditions. Given that y is equal to 4 when x is equal to 0. These are called boundary conditions. These boundary conditions help you determine the values of the constants. Here in this case, they are asking you to find out the value of the constant of integration. Okay, so let's see how to find out this. Let's evaluate this integral normally first. Number 4, I is equal to integral x square 2x minus 1 by x square dx is equal to integral x square, and if you expand this you'll get 4x square plus 1 by x square minus 2 into 2x into 1 by x, 2ab term, from where x and x will cancel. So what you will simply get is integral x square 4x square plus 1 by x square minus 4 dx is equal to integral 4x to the power of 4, multiply x square throughout, plus x square into 1 by x square will give you 1 minus 4 into x square dx. So now you integrate separately. Integration 4x to the power of 4 plus integration 1 dx means simply integration dx minus integration 4x square dx. Now you take 4 out of the integration to get x to the power of 4 dx. This is a dx here also, plus integral dx minus, you take the 4 out here, you get x squared dx. So you get here 4 into x to the power of 5 by 5 plus integral dx is simply x minus 4 integral x square is x cube by 3 plus c, constant of integration, is equal to 4 x to the power of 5 by 5 plus x minus 4x cube divided by 3. Okay, that is what you are getting, plus a constant of integration. So what is the function you are getting here? What is it you are getting? This, that is y in terms of x is now what are the boundary condition given here? Y is equal to 4 when x is equal to 2. So putting y is equal to 4 comma x is equal to 0, we get, put the value, y is equal to 4, x is equal to 0. Okay, so what you get here is c is equal to 4. So the value of the constant of integration here is what? 4. So therefore, what is the function here? Hence, y is equal to, what is the original function? Y is equal to 4x to the power of 5 divided by 5 plus x minus 4x cube divided by 3 plus 2. This is the original function. Are we clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is the simply the very preliminary examples of method of substitution. Okay,